I'm gonna fucking lose it. Hello, Haley. Hello, Vio. Hello, Alpaca. How are you? What's good? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Hello, Feet King. I've been doing a lot of work in the factory. I've been out in the field performing construction. I have so much to show you. We've made a. I haven't made like technically any progress. I've just laid the foundations for everything. Which technically, I guess I should have done it in like a surprise stream. Just making this, but it would have been kind of boring because it was just me laying foundations and doing nothing. It's pretty, but I've done a lot of work. So I want us to all think back and remember last time I streamed this, right? We discovered the cluster bomb. That was pretty cool. And we kind of bombed the forest a little bit, and that was pretty cool. I've placed the wall marked in the bamboo forest, should you will. So let's look at. Oh, hey, Chen. My audio's on. Oh, my tiny schwongs right there. There you go. My audio's on. We hear everything. Let me look at this real quick. There we go. There's an aluminum something. All right. So, so first of all, I was like, I was thinking to myself, I'm way too fucking big. There you go. That's better. I was thinking to myself, like, okay, what do we want to watch? When I stream, what do I want to stream? What actions am I doing that? I'm like, do I want to show me building another train? Probably not. So I built a train. Bink. So there's a new train station. And it's coming from a different direction. I should probably like shrink this down too. It's like, you know, I've built enough trains already. A third train, that's not anything cool. That's not anything new or special. Right? So I won't build a train on stream again. And the train is nowhere to be seen either. So I'm like, we gotta get our stuff from here to, you know, what we were headed to. And I technically told you I was just gonna build a road, and it's not a lie. I built a lot of roads, but I did add a little bit more. Yes, sound from the start. You've really improved for being such a novice streamer. I mean, I think, thank you. I like to have audio from the get-go rather than an hour and 15 minutes in. And so, you know, that's a train track right there. And I've started to build some roads over there. in this like hypertube, I think I'm gonna change eventually, make it a little more direct to the source. But you know, I gotta tell you the source first, because you know it's basically an entire second factory that we're building. It's like, yeah, I gotta get the jump on the build on it. I gotta hurry up and like just actually do it, so that way when I come back around, I can just we can get to getting, which we're kind of gonna get to getting, because I need packaged fuel, because you know we have a road, which means we need cars, right? If we have cars, we need fuel, better fuel. We have compact coal right now, but I want to get rid of that. So I was like, okay, we can make a fuel plant maybe right now to source all that. And then once we get that, transportation is not going to be an issue. And you'll see why transportation is going to come up here in a second. Or two, as this takes an eternity. Is that a hard drive down there? Ow! Yeah, this is all normal. We worked on this last stream. Everything you see here. Nothing's new so far. Something new might be coming up right now. Oh no! Oh wow! Oh, would you look at that? It's kind of weird. I don't remember that from last time. What's that over there? Oh, looks like we're going over there. Oh, that's a train station thing. There's a something there. Oh, this box. Okay, and a big empty room with no freight stations so far because nothing's coming in anyway. But a big room, and look at these new floors. Gorge. They're steel and rubber coated or whatever. I discovered how you can customize things down to the materials, right? Oh hey, there's our train, our dinky little train. That carries kind of nothing right now. Oh, and I had Ash name this place. It's Bamboolium Streams for bamboo and aluminum. So here's our big wall. You can start to see the road that I promised. And you know, if I got a lot of trucks, right? I need a truck depot. So let's go to the basement. Here's the depot right now at the moment. It's kind of empty, but we've got our little markings. We'll have these giant tractors. We have these little truck stations to carry our stuff. It'll be filled with a bunch of like conveyor belts to move everything. But I worked on a legit road. Hello, Io. My #1 hater right now. So, you know, we have a nice little basement. It's kind of cool, right? We go out here, and we have some street lamps. That's cool. Proper road. And I've got this, and you know, that's under construction. Nice, solidly built road. We have each of these little stations, and each one of these has an aluminum miner, ER, that produces 300 bauxite per minute. So we'll have, you know, trucks pick up that and follow road safety. I hope our trucks don't run into each other. I implemented this cool road for that purpose. You know, I'll have a sidewalk over here eventually. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to get it this way, but you know, it's fine. Yeah, that goes to another direction, and there's one over there. And you know, I was like, okay, well, I kind of need all my other resources. So this road began construction today. Because I did all that yesterday. I still have to cut all these trees away. See how much effort is into that damn road. But I was like, you know, while I have the height advantage, might as well extract every resource I can. So over here, it will be our SAM extractor, but also there is iron all down in this little valley that we'll need, and we'll be able to make stuff and fun stuff that way. And we, come over here, and this will be built up properly eventually. We've got this one. Look at that, gorgeous. I've been using this to scout out. And there's, I think crystal down there somewhere. Maybe copper. I think it's copper, actually. So we're going to have to really elevator it up. I swear that thing gets a little bit taller. Ah! Every time I look at it. But look at that landscape. Look at everything we have built. There's the coal plant. There's a foundry over there. There's a second coal plant. There's a oily town city, which we're going to be working over there today a little bit. There's that stupid area that doesn't matter. It's pretty cool. This is what 70 hours in a game does. So over here... Oh, YouTube censored me. I was going to ask when we're going to kaboom the trees. I think we're going to kaboom them here in a stream or two. Because we're going to be working in Oily Town City with, like... What? The... oil and whatever. Working on fuel. Because that's really what we're going to do. Fuel has its heavy oil residue byproduct that we got to turn into, like, plastics and stuff. But then I think you can also... turn heavy oil residue combined with like coal and get you blasting powder or smokeless powder, which is used for cluster bombs. 70 hours. You guys were here for most of them. So down there, that's a whole bunch of iron we'll get. There's the OG Caterium site. If I need water, I can get some water there. I think we're going to have to do a lot of, like, plastics and, like, packaging for liquids and stuff. To get them processed in a whole bunch of places. It'll be neat. And I think that, like... There's something here. Oh, I should probably go pick that up. Oh yeah, there's that, which I think is oil that we might be able to extract. Or we might have to find some way to extract it. I don't know. Let's go get this first. This is a hard drive that we might need. I know that's water, which we can probably get some... power out of eventually. I think I could technically research that like now. Oh, that's something I do not have. Let's make sure that's oil. Technically we watched you build for 70 hours total, yeah. A lot of these have compiled. Technically, I mean, if this is like what, stream 13 or whatever? What is this? Is this water? Or is this oil? Oh, that's definitely water, yeah. But, like, those are little geysers that we'll definitely be able to extract. Can I, like, put a water extractor on these? I can. Huh. Ow! So, actually, it's just, might as well head over to Oily Town City. Start figuring out what we need to do. Because we still have 2 oil deposits over there. There's some copper that we can pick up. doesn't look like a much else. Uh-oh. I think our oil's over here. Oil! We're not going to be making progress on phase 4 for a while. We're not going to be producing any of that crap. Let's see. Pure oil and pure oil. So that means we'll be able to get 240 from 600 from each of these. And I think that's what our new pipelines can do, right? We need plastic. Yeah. So they'll be expensive, but possible. So 1,200 oil that we're working with. Hello, Ash. And the first Satisfactory stream was like 5 hours long or something like that. Yeah, it was a long one. So here, you know, we've got something's not making sense. This is too full. So I think we're overproducing a lot of stuff right now. And we're going to have to turn some plastics into like empty containers. Which we do have this. Forgot how loud the oil factory is. We do have this. We have a whole bunch of plastics going in here. Reducing what, 80 plastic, I think? Yeah. Which I think just takes a constructor, right? Yeah, empty canisters. So we can make 120 empty canisters per minute, which is pretty good. Someone in the Philippines is trying to log in my Ubisoft account. Oh no! Not your Ubisoft account. Whatever will you do? Alright, let's get the materials for constructing all this. Or I can probably construct the actual foundation right now. Damn spiders. You know, there's that other hole that we can go through in this cave. So we could have more open space this way. I think it's easier just go over here. Oh. A few times I've encountered the, is this you? And it's not the actual person. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We don't really need this. Because we can fly now. We're cool. Alright. Let's get this building right here. Oh, actually, probably like on top of this, right? Yeah. What are we doing? We're gonna be working on making fuel first. So that we can get our cars going. And then whatever excess fuel, we're probably just gonna turn into power. or into plastics, so we can transport it all. Hi, Fern. Won't possibly go to college and just listen and eep, you know? We're here to be chill. It's Satisfactory. It's the one time that I don't consistently scream. Now, that doesn't mean I won't. But it happens less often. Okay, that's fine for now. And there's also a thing that we can research for turbo fuel, which I don't know how you make turbo fuel. But I know there's like this oil extractor island that we discovered, I think 2 streams ago, that there's a bunch of oil there. It sounds like you're gonna scream because that sentence, yeah. It should have happened. But alas, I was stronger. Oh, hey. I'm sure I got that already. Do I have another one? No, I think I have to use my last one for turbo fuel. And I'm trying to find a bunch of alternate recipes for aluminum. And I'm struggling. I did find one that doesn't require me to make copper sheets, and I just need copper ingots. So that's, one less machine, which is nice. I did find one that allows us to make steel pipes from iron, just iron, so that eliminates some coal usage. So we can probably turn a whole bunch of that over there into just steel beams. Count 2, fixed it nice. So quietly once before I gotta hide my foomps. Alright, resource time, right? We need a garbage ton of refineries. So a whole bunch of copper sheets. And motors. This is going to require a lot of power too, so all of our excess fuel will just go to that. Motor. So we're going to make 20 refineries with that. Need copper sheets. Right here. Doing. I have so much garbage in my inventory. It's been so long since I cleared it out. Oh, my trash. Ow. We're definitely gonna need some of these. And now I'm full. But I have so many rotors in my inventory for some reason. I know. There it is, my rotor stockpile. And I have a bunch of just low count stuff. I can put my spheres into here. Condense this. Get rid of that. I don't need any portable miners right now. I can turn my slug into a power shard. I have iron ingots? Alright. These iron plates that I don't need. Okay, now what? Iron pipes. Or steel pipes. And we fixed this last time, so, you know, it's now back to its good old self. So we have refineries. I think I'll probably need, let's see. I'll definitely need some heavy modular frames, methinks. A packer. We'll need plastics and rubber, but plastic and rubber's over there. Probably cable. Ooh, heavy modular frames for those. Okay. Oh, yeah, in an industrial buffer. What do we need for that? Yeah, we're good. I'll probably get more encased beams. And a smidgen of modular frames, just in case. I don't even use my catwalks much. They're useless to me now. What was the last thing I said I was gonna get? Heavy modular frames. Oh, yeah, and there's, like, I unlocked some lighting options. There's this floodlight tower, and it looks enormous. And I want to see how much light it actually illuminates. Right there. Nice. How much power does that use? Absolutely negligible. Might as well. Make it look cool. I'll put one on top of our actual thing too. Yeah. Bright. All right. Yeah, it is a big light. I kind of hate the lights because they like have such a harsh light, and they don't like diffuse very well. They don't go like you very much get the spotlight effect, and I don't want that. But you know, beggars can't be choosers. Alrighty. Really going for industrial site 5, yeah? It's the factory, we have to. We got our ventilation, all that fun stuff. Oh world, may you be terraformed. These elevators are my favorite things that we've ever built, though. Oh. I fooled myself. Wait. Nope. This one? This one. I get my tubes mixed up. I don't even know how we're supposed to... Okay, like... How did we make this jump? From phase 3 to phase 4? Because the phase 1 was just smart plates. I was like, yeah, you know, combining rotors with reinforced iron plates, that's okay. Yeah, that's reasonable. And then you go up to the next one, it's automated wiring, and versatile frameworks and more smart plates. You're like, okay, you know, an understandable increase in difficulty. And you go to the next one, and it's a bunch of versatile frameworks and complex motors and these adapter units. You're like, okay, yeah, you know, we're getting to some tough stuff, but you know, achievable. And then the next one is contained nuclear pasta. Nuclear pasta is the hardest substance in the universe. That is theoretically, I think, only found in like neutron stars. Excuse me? I don't even know what these other things are. I know we get time crystals later. What does that mean? And how is that not in a phase? Contained nuclear pasta, yeah. That's what that top right one, that far right one, is. Nuclear pasta, man. Is it tasty? It would probably kill you. You probably couldn't touch it before its gravity killed you, probably. Or I'm making a very uneducated assumption right now. It's possible. Let's see. Let's get them over here. Make them curved. So why not? Make them a little noodly. We like noodles. I hope not. You know, I hope that it's tasty. Tasty. There we go. There we go. Gonna have to duck under this. No, no, okay, this clears it. It's fine. Get our oil going. I need plastic. Wow, would you look at that? Get our oil going. Like, this doesn't impede us at all. Not like I'm walking up here very often anyway. There we go. I was curious, so I looked it up. Apparently there are different types of nuclear pasta. Fettuccine, spaghetti. What kind of nuclear pasta is there? Seven! You can make a lasagna with that. What do they do? What's the difference? Noodle. Nah, I think we have to go with the harsher one. Horizontal to vertical. There you go. That looks about right. And we need a good amount of head lift on these. Let's put this pump. And that looks powerful. I just wonder how far it goes. For fucking eons, mate. What the hell? Alright. Doink. There's gnocchi, spaghetti, waffles, lasagna, defects, spaghetti, and any gnocchi. You're joshing me. They've actually named it after pasta types. I wonder if it's like, I mean, it has to be due to the shape. That's a big jump. Oh, it's already moving that oil, Chief. Nice. The question is it already going over here? Oh, I think so. Heck yeah. That makes me happy, I'm sure it does. Have your nuclear pasta. And eat it too. Okay. Yeah, that's a good shape. You know, we're going for the aesthetics a little bit as well. So you gonna start filling up? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you're flowing, man. You're flowing. Okay. So we have these two enormous reservoirs starting to build up. Let's see. 600 each. Got a lot of real estate over here. Let's get our refinery. Let's see. So this just makes dilute. Oh. So you make 40 fuel per minute and 30 polymer resin. Residual plastic takes water and it's 60 polymer resin to make 20 plastic. And for a constructor, I can produce 40 empty canisters. So in order to make 40 empty canisters, I need 2 refineries. To make fuel. No. No, wait, no, this is just plastic. Wait, hold on. What am I talking about? Okay, no, this is polymer resin. So yeah, fuel. And so we get 80 fuel out of this. Now this packer, to make packaged fuel. Oh. Okay, okay. So we get 40 fuel. And that goes into 40 packaged fuel. With 40 canisters. So making fuel produces enough plastic for half the fuel you make. Oh, that's interesting. And how much does this take? 60? So we can have 10 of these. Oh, okay, here we go. Science time, everybody, science time. Sponsored by Haley. According to this article I found, nuclear pasta structures are 10 billion times stronger than steel. Stronger than even diamond, making them the strongest known material in the universe. Near the surface of a neutron star, this nuclear pasta takes the form of bubbles called gnocchi. Go deeper, and the growing pressure compacts the pasta into a shape more like spaghetti. Go deeper still, and it is compressed into flat sheets of lasagna. The layers of nuclear pasta in a typical neutron star are about 100 meters thick, or millimeters thick, but still weigh more than 3,000 Earths. Yeah. See, okay, I'm proud of myself. I knew more than I thought, so I'll take that. Okay. 10 refineries. It is 100 meters? Oh, shit. 100 millimeters thick. That's thick. I thought it was going to be thicker, or like smaller than that. My apologies for doubting you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So these will all produce this resin. All right. 50 millimeters mm. Yeah, I thought so too. I thought you were just missing an M. You know, like a fool. I'm an idiot. All right. So we have this. And then we can go ahead. Okay. And then we take... Where do I get this water? Where do I get this water from? Take my refineries, right? And my output right there. Go as far as I can go. There you go, looks good. Now I'll do one every other. Two. God, my brain still works. It does, you're set. You got nothing to worry about, Chief. Alright. So what we can do is you produce your 30. We right there. Your 30. Your 30. Your 30. See, people, how it makes sense? Millimeter meaning 1,000 a meter. Oh, it makes sense. I know. It's an high drive, Haley. Merger. Merger. See, if we ever had like a merger count, we'd be cooked. Merger. 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 And we take the resin from each of these. And we're set there. Now the water's the issue, right? So what I could do is ensure I have more than enough water coming through. Yeah, let's make it double high, right? Right before there. Does that match? No. So go right on that line. Right on the line. There we go. Line. I think it's this one. Very good. All right. So the way this works now. I'm thinking. Okay, so how much water is it? Residual plastic, 20 water. So I need 100 water. That's pretty easy. That's just 2 water extractors. Technically less than that. So that means I can contain it in that. And then we can do something like this. Do horizontal to vertical? No, let's do noodle. Noodle looked coolest. Yeah. What? Okay. Oh, that was something for a moment. Now, like, technically this doesn't have, like, proper balancing. The last one's gonna take forever to fill up, but it's fine. Oh, I need more copper sheets. Now you're almost done there, Ailey, right? Do you have finals coming up here in a second? And then summer. I don't know how many more years you got, but hey, it's one more down. Oh, I have to tell you something. So I gambled with magic cards the other day, right? Per usual. I think it was Saturday. And I got a little guy. And should you will, I'd recommend you look him up. His name is Blech Loafing Pest. And I love him. He's this little pest who's just a chubby little boy who's laying down and tired and adorable. And I'm making an entire deck off of him. Random thought. I have 3 more semesters left. Oh, very nice. You're almost there. Only a year and a half. Or I guess you could technically do it in 1 more year if you do the summer classes too. But I don't know, the sheer amount of burnout that comes from that. That'd be too tough for me. Please spell that right. Blech. B-L-E-C-H. Blech. He's technically the son of another pest called Blex. And Blex was in the original set that this came out in. But there was an apocalyptic event, and Blex died during it. R.I.P. Blex. But his son lives on. His son is a lot more adorable, too. Blech loafing pest, that's right. He's just a slumbering little guy. Just gotta loaf around. I've been thinking about doing like hand cam streams of opening magic cards. That'd be cool. My only issue right now, and another thing that's stopping me from Warhammer right now, is like figuring out the camera setup and like the light. Because right now my room is illuminated only by like neon signs. Like the kind of signs you would find in like a cyberpunky kind of street, where you're like, man, I'd probably get stabbed in the street or whatever. And so my room is various shades of purple, blue, green, and pink. And I don't know how that would work well. I guess I could technically get like an O-ring light and just be in the darkness otherwise. Colors are gorgeous. Yes. He kind of looks like a fruit roll-up. All right. I don't even know how I'm supposed to split this into 5. That should be another thing I work out right now. So I can split this into 2. And then split. Yeah, I could go into 300s now. They need to be evenly bared. I've been gambling for Zhuang, got her weapon, haven't gotten her yet, still getting the ones I already have. Ugh, it's the worst. So here's our middle. Which I guess I could. I could just do this. I'll explain it to you once I build it. So right, here's the thing, right? I want 5 equal like splits. I hate how this looks. There we go. But then, like, if I do this, this splits 3 ways, right? So say this carries 300, which it will. Maybe. Yeah, I'll upgrade it. So this carries 600. Just because, you know, I want to account for that flow rate. And then this splits. And so there's 200, 200, 200, 100, 100, 100, 100. So this is getting 100. This is getting 100. This is getting 200. This is getting 1 and 1. Max. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe that is the way I should do it. Maybe I shut up. Just do it. And see what happens. We can yap about theoreticals all day. It means nothing until you have experimental data, right? That's been something that I've been having to deal with work right now. So you're all getting your crude oil intakes, right? So right now, you need this. And do the noodle. There you go. Okay. And so like this doesn't bear equal water load either, but we're going to have so much water coming through here it won't matter. Meanwhile, this has exactly the right amount. So that means if there's any fluctuation, I'm screwed. Which is typically why I let the pipes fill completely and everything fill completely before I launch everything. What the alternative be? So there's a way to do it with splitters and mergers, right? So say I want to split something. Man. Say I want to split something 5 ways. That's kind of hard. Because, you know, you have your splitter, right? And that goes 3 ways. So you're like, okay, cool. Split 1, split 2, split 3. Well, now what? How do I get 5 even lines? Because, you know, you could do this. Well, like, you can put another splitter here. And do another 3. 1, 2, 3. But then you have the problem where, say there's 60 running down this way. Splits 20, 20, 20. And then it goes 6.66, 6.66, 6.66. And so now it's 20, 6.6, 6.6, 6.6, 20. So that doesn't work. Ah! Like, okay, well, the next closest way you can do it is, you know, maybe I'm kind of yapping about this because it might help me too. Okay, get this freaking straight off of here. Just do default. Yeah, here's 1. Here's 2. Oh my gosh. Why are you curving? So now we have 4 even lines because it splits half and half, half and half. Now how do I do 5? Now there's the other way that you can go ahead and take a merger and have a 3rd line. So what you do... Yeah! Is you have a splitter, a splitter, and a splitter. They all go through. And then you split in half. It doesn't really matter how ugly this is. So now, right? Say I have 100 here. 30, 30, 30. Okay, say I have 90 here. 30, 30, 30. 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. So I have 6 15s. Well, that's why you take this last belt. Connect it back. What do you mean fine. Fine. Connect it back over here. So now it goes 90, 30, 30, 30, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. This 15 gets fed back into the loop. And we're at 15. 5, 5, 5. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. So now it's 17.5 across the way. But then, like, the issue is, how do I do that with pipes? Because pipes don't work at consistent rates. Let's see. If you don't experiment, you don't know what works and what does not work. Exactly. And you can use the data you gather from here applied to future rates. It's true. That's how I learned that 5-way merger thing. Now, pipes move inconsistently. So let's apply that, right? Man, this sucks. What the heck happened over here? So I split 3 ways. Well, I guess I could do this, right? And then 1, 2. How did I do that? 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, all right. So here's the thing, right? Here's the issue. Pipes also don't run in a single split, right? So what happens here... so this does help me think about it. So, 90 happens here. Then we have a split. Because they don't only run in a single direction. This will come this way. So it splits. 45, 45. Then we're here. 15, 15, 15. 2.7, 2.7, 2.7, 2.7. 15's coming this way. But boom, 45 from this lane comes over here. $60. Unless it all balances itself out in the mess. I'm yapping a whole bunch. This is a whole bunch of something for maybe nothing. I guess I was just trying to explain my point. Or why I was pondering. But now I think through experimenting I have found out that fluid dynamics is just its own thing. Welcome back, Haley. Alright. So now we've got this. Let's get our water coming in. Get on the bacon. Get our water extractors. Because you both gave me 120? I only need 100. I don't need 2. I thought it was 90. I love the yapping and the visualization of it all. Okay, that's good. Alrighty. See, this Satisfactory game was always, that was the end goal. Me yap. About math that I love dearly. So get that. Let's get this pipeline. Give us a 50 head lift that way. I don't even know if it's going to make it to that pipe. Once that pipe starts undulating, we'll find out. And you had to split at 5, not 6 or 4. Correct. I needed an odd. Okay. There you go. Starting to work. Because we have 10, because it takes 60 crude oil per minute for each one of these refineries, and we have a input of 600. Alright, this should be way full by now, yeah. You're all 60s. Yeah. So I needed the perfect split. But what I'm thinking might happen is that this will flood. Obviously, this one will fill first. But just due to... Hear me out. Fuck. Would that balance it more? $300. 150, 150. 50, 50, 50. 50, 50, 50. 100. Meanwhile... Eureka! Oh, there's a thing for this. There's a thing for this. Okay. Technically, I am still right. This is a way to do it. And I want these to be even. I put a valve here. Configure the valve. 60. Okay, well, it's gonna fluctuate. It's gonna, Actually, I don't know if that works. Alright, let's just let it balance itself out and see what happens. Maybe I put 2 valves? Maybe do a valve here. And a valve here. But we limit it at 30? No. We limit it at 35. Hello, Anonymous. I mean, this is yapping about math and science. Although I thought you were going to keep the middle one so it would split 3 ways in the beginning. So I thought that too, right? 300. 100, 100, 100. 3.3 repeating, 3.3 repeating, 3.3 repeating. No, I'm stupid. What's going on? No, yeah. So 3.3. See, I don't know how fluid works together in between these pipes. I don't know. Oh, we just got to run the machines, see what happens. Because then it's going to be... I'm assuming unidirectional flow. And that's not the case. It's just filling up a pipe. So this is pushing out that way. And this is pushing out that way. And it's just filling the pipe in between. So maybe this, if this pipe is full and this pipe is empty, it'll just... Okay, we'll keep it like this for now. Just to see. What the hell? Alright. You are not straight. Let's see if the pipe starts working. Great. You still working? Yes. I need an average... Oh, okay. Yeah. And so you will all start working. You'll start getting your feet of water. So you're all going to be making your plastic. Now let's get this buffer... Oh, I don't have a buffer. Let's see. Can you just set a valve in the middle? Middle beginning and remove the connections to the third middle machine? What did the valve do? The valve... It was interesting, right? So, pipes fluctuate. We have the flow rate and we have a max flow rate. It changes no matter what. So if I build a pipe like right here. It has a flow rate of 150, but it has a max flow rate of 300. So it changes how much it wants to put just due to it being a fluid. Had me hooked at nuclear pasta. So it's not going to consistently ever flow the amount it needs to, which is why we have this, right? This gets rid of the flow buffering from the extractor, because that's kind of it, right? It averages at giving us 600. It might give us 700. It might give us 500. And so this hits this tank, fills it up. We let it fill for some time, and then we pull this. These pipes can only push a maximum of 600. So when I say 300, that's the maximum it can push out right now. Now we have it set to a higher one because if I don't have it set at this higher one, when I need 300 here, right? It'll sometimes produce 250 per minute when I need 300 per minute. And so it will never be enough because it's only going to hit that 300 sometimes. And then when it wants to go above that 300 to balance out its low periods, it cannot be allowed because these pipes are only 300 per minute, while these are 600 per minute. So I need the 300 per minute coming down this way. And then it doesn't matter once we split because we get into denominations that are so insignificant that it doesn't matter about the 300 rate. And so we have these 600 pipes. Beep. Let's split off because it's going to go fluctuate probably between 200 and 400 when we need 300 on average. Beep. But all the averages is kind of killed because each of these pipes, you can see, currently holds 13, acts like their own individual buffers. And so now we're balancing these buffers over here. So the valve acts like this pipe, this 300 pipe. If I push water through this pipe and it rushes at 700 from its source but pushes out here, this pipe is almost acting as a valve because it's only going to allow 300 to go through it at a point in time. Now, it has its individual flow rate. And so it's only going to be able to suck up between probably moving 150 to 300 milliliters per whatever. What is this? Yeah, 300 cubic meters of water per second. So it's never going to go above 300 at that point. And so the valve's going to do the same. And so I'm wary with that and just setting a valve on each one of these. That's say 60. Because when I looked at the valve, it has this, right? So it's going to waver. It's already doing that right now. Oh, it's straight up telling me how much it's moving between these pipes right now anyway. Can you explain all that again? Like you're explaining to a child who may not understand, not me, of course. All right. Imagine your hands can grab up to 42 dots per handful. And you can grab a handful of dots per 10 seconds. Now, sometimes the dots might stick together, and sometimes you might not have opened your hand big enough to get as much dots. And so 42 is your average. So sometimes you'll grab 33. Sometimes you'll grab 50. But you need to get 42 dots per 10 seconds into a bucket. But because your hands have an average, it'll get that way. Now, our issue is we're trying to put into 5 buckets at one time. So you can set up some tubes to get the buckets going differently. So how do you set up tubes to split your fluctuating average of dots into 5 different buckets equally when they're not dependent on one another and they can share each other's flow? And you can only split one tube into 3 tubes at a time. Right? 6 is easy. You have 3 tubes and you split each tube into 2. 3 is easy because you just split it there. 4 is easy. Any even number. No. Anything divisible. What's the pattern? It's not a power of 2 because that's 2, 4, 8, and 6 is good. 2, 4, 6, and 8 are all easy, but 10's difficult. Because 10 wants to be split. 6 can be split in half. But that's because of the 3 rule. So it has to be divisible by 2. And then divisible by 3? Divisible by 2 until nothing, or divisible into 3. So that's 12. 12, 6, 3. But 14, that goes into 7, which that one's not easy. So the tubes can only work if the amount of inputs you're trying to plug in, no, if the amount of, yeah, the amount of inputs that you're trying to plug in is divisible by 3, and if not, divisible by 2, and then until 2 or 3. So that way 9 is also easily divisible because, no, is 9 easily divisible? Yes, because you have a 3 and then a 3. 3s are always easiest. 3, 9, 17, 3, 9, 27, 81. Those are all very easily divisible. But then 15, no, 15 is not divisible because that is divisible by 3 and then into 5, but not into 2 or 3. But then 14 is not good because you divide it by 2 and you get in 7. So then the same rule follows for any odd, no. It must be divisible by 3. Or 2. And then divisible into 3 or 2. If it's divisible by 3, it can be divided into 3. So 12, right? 12 can be divisible by 3. That gets you to 4, which can be divided by 2. And that gives you very evenly. Okay. So if you have a number of outputs, and you can divide it down into 1 by dividing it by 2 or 3 repeatedly, then it is an easy problem to solve. Because it will follow the rules normally. Though, if your outputs of your x equal numbering of outputs, is not divisible by 2 or 3 repeatedly until 1, then it is not equally load-bearing on the fluid dynamics. Anyway, this is what I'm talking about. It's just theoretical stuff until we freaking apply it. How's this water going? You good? You're all good? Great. Wonderful. This is sometimes the best way to learn something is to teach it. It's true. All right. Ash, right? We have 10. We have 10 machines right now. Divide that by 2. It gets us 5. 5 is not divisible by 2 or 3 due to our amount of ports, right? 1 goes in. 2 or 3 can come out. Technically 1, but that's pointless. And so if I can't divide a tube by 2 or 3, I will not get an even load. It's not load bearing. You know, it's not going to divide equally. So 10 to 5 doesn't work. 10 cannot be divided by 3. Reflects on class life. She goes to college today or whatever. But 12 is both divisible by 6 and 4. Or it's divisible by 2 and 3, getting us down to 4 and 6. And then we have 6 and 4. 4 is divisible by 2 into 2, and then 2 into 1. So that makes sense. 6 is divisible by 2 and 3, so let's divide it by 3, gets us to 2. 2 is divisible by 2, gets us to 1. We're good. Now if we go to 14, 14 is divisible by 2. That's great. It goes into 7. 7 is not divisible by 2 or 3. So then we cannot equally spread it. Let's go to 16. 16 divisible by 2 into 8, but not divisible by 3. 8 is divisible by 2 into 4, and then 4 into 2 and 2 into 1. So that makes sense. So we can have a branch that goes, split. It would be a pain in the ass, but fine, I can do it. Right? There. Why are you doing that? Right? We have this. Great. Our 2 line, right? We have 1 line that can now go into 2. Great. And now we can just, but, so that's equal now. We also have this one. This is equal, because these are all equally halved. This is a third, third, third. And so long as we can take each one of these branches and split it equally, we're fine. And so on and so forth. I don't even know what point I'm trying to prove at this point. Right? So we have this. Now this is assuming we divide everything into 3. So you have 3, 3, 3. But then it'll be 9, and then that'll be 27 ports. But say we don't want to do that. Now this. Now if we copy that for everything, three through 3, 3 through 3, 2, 2. So if we just do 2 on each of these, we're at 3, then we're at 9, then we're at 18. Easy. Now say, get rid of this. But then add this. 3 through 3. And then, we only split into 2. So now we're at 6 on the second layer. And then we go over here. Now we times it by 3. We're at 18 again. Let's say we don't have 3. So 3, and then 6, and then 12. But there's no easy way to do this tree to 10. Because it doesn't follow that law. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I've talked myself into circles too much already about it. We just simply must trust that it works. Basically, fluid sucks. Things don't work unidirectionally. Things work bidirectionally. I'm hoping it just figures itself out. Alright. We have all this plastic. Let's get this plastic turned into something. So we can put a little constructor next to each one of these. Fluids suck, pipes suck. We go on thoughts and prayers. Exactly. And this is going to suck even more later when we have to deal with alumina. Oh, where did that connect to? Alumina solution. Alright, all of this is now paired. So we'll have empty canisters, but we're only going to produce 40 per minute because we're only getting 20 plastic anyway. I could technically combine these, but you know, I'm tired. Have they witnessed the new name? What do you mean? New name. Oh, yes. Bamboolium streams. They have been to the new plant. And now we have all of these. Now what if we just... Okay. Let's collect our fluid first. Give me another industrial buffer. Put her right at the end of this line. Right there. Now I'm going to get 400 fluid from this. I wonder how much head lift we'll be able to get. Can this attach properly? Horizontal to vertical. Connect it here. You already oh, I need more plastic. I'm proud of that one. I'm sure you are, buddy. We still need to fix that. I think this is moving at 2. This is a tier 3. So that's at least 270, which is way more than we need right now. Bear in mind, this is still just half of our production right now. So we have this now. I can set up one here, rotate it down. And honestly, I think I just need this guy. Is there a better way to make this? Yeah, auto's fine. Okay, this should work. A cube de puffer fish. You know, that was his nickname in high school, actually. What's the best looking one? Horizontal to vertical? I mean, it's straightforward. See, there's no, like, direction. It doesn't really care what goes on. I doubt that was his nickname in high school. You sounded easy to rage bait when mouthful. What is that supposed to mean? Eh. There we go. That's different. And now connect these. I thought auto was the best one, yeah. I don't know. Okay. So these should all be connected now. I like how our pipes look. They're very neat and organized. I'm liking this. This is going to be a lot of power. I think we just set up all of these like this, and then all of our excess fuel just goes into power. So 40 canisters per minute. Now, how do I get these going? Can I set a stackable conveyor belt on top of these? Oh, you bet your ass I can. Oh, yeah. So that we bring this here, bring it around here. Oh, perfection. Now, it stops being so smooth here. We could increase the level by 1. Make it even neater. That's perfect. Nice and easily compact. So what we do now is, believe it or not, we're gonna merge it. Didn't see that one coming, did you? Huh? I think maybe we do these first. Let's take it to that silver part. I think. Me thinks. And then I can maybe line the merger up better. There we go. Oh, yeah. Easy. So now we'll put one right here. Just cause. Oh, I ran out of rods. Can't update, no change. Any more rods. We spent too much time yapping about fluid. No karma should happen. No karma. Foop. I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back. I've put 2 cans of Coca-Cola in the freezer. Drink water reminder 5 times. A minute started again. What am I doing? Rods. While we're here, might as well check up on everything else. Alright, how's my... Copper sheets are currently fine. Concrete's fine, sheets are fine. How's my refineries? I could use more... Use more motors. What's a Packer need? That'll be fine. Put a bucket next time, Rat? Huh? What do you mean bucket? What's my power? I'll get more. I'll get more. Coke. Coca-Cola. Two cans are less for drinking so often. It's just in case. Doesn't the drink lose some carbonation if you do that? It's... Oh, I'm not gonna make them stay in the freezer forever. I'm just putting them in the freezer so that way they get colder faster. But yes, it would. But technically that's only if they're open. Now if you freeze it entirely, yes. It'll technically explode. That's why the Midwest of America calls it pop. Because it pops. Kabloom. Kablow. Kaboom. R.I.P. Granny. My mind needs to calm down. Alright. Gotta hit the namaste. Get some deep meditation throat singing. She got hit by a bazooka. She got hit by a can of soda. Boy's running out of there. As soon as that starts fluctuating. What was I doing again? Oh, that rods. My brain is never calm. Not your Brian. Alright. So merge the last one here. This one's kind of just for the sake of doing it. Because we're going to bring it right down here. And then we'll put a nice little huge industrial container right there. There we go. So now we're going to catch all of our fuel that we're about to make and our plastic. So let's get everything powered. Sheer amount of power is going to freaking trip my entire system. Good thing I have those batteries. I mean, you got the potential for higher singing, chorus singing. Nah. My voice is far too nasally for singing. All right. Did I skip one? I think it did. The math lesson somehow reduced the flow of thoughts. Good. They served their purpose. See, math is more fun when it's in a format that you like more. Alright, all this shit's gonna start. Look. Oh. Far less jump than I anticipated. But look at all of that power starting to rise. Does this mean I should do math when overthinking? Probably. So, all those are running now. That polymer is funneling in. Shit! I need to turn all these on. Great, so that's working perfect. You're not getting backed up, are you? Okay, no, you're fine. So then you're all making your empty canisters. And now we're making these. Great. Ooh, no, that's not good. And then this needs to be better, right? Okay, no, it's good. It's good. Am I underestimating how much is coming through here? Yes, I am. Because that's 40, 80, 120. We're at 200. So this needs to be the one. We need MK3 because it moves 270. There we go. Now we're moving. How are you? You're getting full? Everyone's producing fine? The fill and drain rate are perfectly equal. You're perfect. Looks like you're all doing well. Okay. So now we're getting 400, right? Because we have 10 of these producing 40. And we're getting 200 packaged fuel, or packages per minute. And so our packers want 40 and 40. So we can have 5 of these and we'll have 200 extra fuel. Gosh! 5! Okay. So, that thing we talked about earlier, I'll split it. We'll feed this into a merger right here, and then a splitter. We'll use the techniques we talked about earlier. So we'll split this into 3. I'm actually going to split it a little differently. We'll split it like this. I'm so glad I'm not counting mergers. And then it'll go into here, then it gets split. And then we're here. And then we're here. No, I want that to be straight. Okay. So now, packaging. I haven't stopped thinking about our fluid pipes, and now it happens once more. I know. Okay. So this is easy, right? I'll show you in a second. Packagers. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Cinco. Why is this like slightly Did I just like misplace it off a little bit? I did. Telling no as if you don't place them there. Alright. So now this one goes. I only need one. Right? Per. I'm gonna put this here. There we go. Okay. Observe it in action. So this splits it into 3. Okay, yeah, we have 200. Splits it into 3 evenly. And then splits it into 2 evenly. So 200 divided by 3, it's like 60 something. Point something, 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 something. But because this one feeds back into the system, it actually makes it go into 40, 40, 40, 40. Trust me, bro. And now we have to do this nightmare of a machine again. These tubes. The tubing. Okay. I just have to do in front of each one of these. Okay. So that's fine. Combine you. And I don't know. I don't need that much. Yeah, we'll just curve. And then I can put one of you right here. No, I can't! Ah! Alright, put you right here. Because I will need a tube to go and split into our power. So they'll split evenly. And then this can connect over into here. Can you split here? No. So I need you to go right here. And you go right here. I tried to turn my volume down a bit and my headphones disconnected and said no. Now everyone knows you're listening to me. And my angry wrath at this freaking five-way pipe split. And then for the gits and jiggles, and hopefully, you know, this works how we think it works, we'll put another one here. So that's the same apparatus all over again. We want packaged fuel. And then, yeah, that's fine. And so we'll take our little power line. Right there. That starts working. Put another one over here. And then this will inevitably connect to our power plant for that. You're not turned on. So now let's condense you all into the same with a bunch of mergers. I might as well just bring you all up here. How high can I go? Huh. No, I get it. 2 to 3 equals about 200 divided by 3 equals 66.33 to every one. 33 back, split that into 5, and you get 4 to each one. Yeah! Parents already sleeps and no one heard. Ugh. You're my awful evil voice. Can I fly up here? I believe. Ah! Alright, a little bit shorter this time. I believe. Okay, we're good. Now I want to make all these equal. So that way they can all connect evenly. So a splitter here, a merger pointing that way, a merger, and a merger pointing this way. Put you all at MK, it's 200 total. So we're gonna want MK3 for the 270. And now we're gonna put a little ceiling conveyor right here. MK3 connect to there, bring us down here. Connect. Yeah! Connect to somewhere over here. Down here. Yeah. Curve there. Just to make sure you are MK3. There you go. Wonderful. All right, we're almost there. My what? Yep. My brain checked out like 2 minutes ago. Math too confused. I didn't understand. So, basically, we have package fuel now. But let's get this connected first to go to our sweet little elevator. That's a lot of machinery just for 200 package fuel. The real question is, how much do these take? Because we have 200 up there. 20, we can have 10 fuel. 10? I have 8 on these. That's ridiculous. We're gonna get a ridiculous amount of power from this. Had to be a nuclear pasta, lost with the math just now. No. Look at all that. Oily Town City is built like a monster. Stacks of itself everywhere. Let's take some ramps down here. Just so we can see what we're looking at. Okay. And connect it down here. That's fine. Is good or bad? 10? It's good. So we have these. This is our current power plant. And each one comes from, it's like, okay, right? Here, this is easier to example. We have those 8 down there, and that comes from one coal deposit. Or oil deposit. At a normal rate, maybe doubled. But because we have 2 of them over there that have been given 150% additional, so I guess the 2 over there are running at 250%, and they're pure, they give us 600 oil instead of 240 oil. So half of that is going towards, or half of our 600 is going towards these fuel power plants, because half is going towards packaged garbage. So half of one deposit is 100%. Is more than 100%. It's 120%, right? No, it's 125% of another deposit. So that's just crazy. It's a lot of power. It's very good. Future of the Earth explained by Rat Man. I feel like my last brain cell was stolen. I need it back. That's your final brain cell. We'll feed that into here. And feed these into here. So now this will begin. Maybe. I might have fricked it up. Hold on. Can I say to understand from the 120% part? So we have 8 power plants coming from one oil deposit. Half of another one of our oil deposits that we're currently working with. Where are those yellow? Half of them produce more than the entirety of one. So we're getting 8 power plants from the entirety, from 100% of one. And we're getting 10 power plants from 50% of another. So the second one's 50% is worth 125% of the oil from the first one. Don't teach. If he took it, I'm gonna do something. What? Huh? The rat took what? Oh, the brain cell. I'm gonna do something. Why are you all yeller? No, you're not yellow. I'm just crazy. Yeah, that's gay. We need to go check out Sulfur Crystal Falls. And then check up on our thing. I go get my drink, my Diet Dr. Kelp. Nice. All right, let's go check out Sulfur Falls, Sulfur Crystal Falls. Because they're using a spot that I need. That's weirdly floating there. Okay. I don't know why. Have a lot of stuff in there. So this one isn't being used by anything. So we have, this is like rubber and then plastic, and then this is not being used. So I can go ahead and replace that with a empty platform. There'll eventually be sulfur, but we can just make that the next one. Say Diet Dr. Coke, or am I crazy? Diet Dr. Kelp. SpongeBob. SpongeBob. That kills people. Alright. So I will remove this one. Because the next two are being occupied. So that is crystal, this is silica. Oh, I need to expand my platforms more. I don't remember that episode, you don't? My Diet Dr. Kelp! How could you forget my Diet Dr. Kelp? No? So, crystal, silicon, sulfur. And then for the way future, the next one. we ever have to really extend it. I'm foolproofing it. Or future-proofing it. I guess I'm doing the same thing. That's the same sentence. He goes from the one where SpongeBob and Squidward deliver pizza. I thought it was from this guy who ordered some stupid-ass burger. And he got real pissy because his order... Someone messed up his order. I don't really remember it. Oh no, I don't remember SpongeBob. That kills people. No, I'm combining the llama one. Carl, that kills people. Alrighty, so we finally have packaged fuel. And I just took all of that for it. But we're not even done, because we have to we have to split it into 10. We have to split it into 10 power plants. 2 sets of 5. Gosh fucking damn it. I'm back in the fucking building again. I'm cool. I'm calm. I'm collected. How am I even gonna put these here? Okay, I have an idea. Right? Why don't I just make my divider right now? I don't know what this means, but pet. Let's just emulate it, right? Let's just split it. Get it over with, right? 1, 2. And then we'll need another one. No. Nice. 1, 2. So then this is like that. And these both split. And then this splits. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That's not what I wanted. I don't know what this means. Just more stupid divisible numbers. And then we put more right here. And then we put some right here. Of course it won't tell me. Right here. Doink. And right here. And then I put one right here. Okay. So now these are 5 stacked. And these are all split what we think is evenly. And so if I just stack this on top of that, stack of these dudes. And then stack, 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 ish. And then stack this. And then stack shit. Huh? Aren't you? I have an idea. Stick a dish, and stick a dish, and stick a, and then this, and then this. Hopefully, is there a configuration where that works? Damn it! This is the stupidest little port ever. Make sure that this works. Sure. Whatever. And here. No, far back as possible. And then here. There's gotta be a configuration where this works. Oh, okay. This is so stupid. So, it splits, right? We have 400. 200 that way, 200 that way. And then, up to here. 100 on top, 100 on bottom. And then because of this complex, stupid configuration, I think each of these are 20. So now we just plug and play. How's our power looking? Oh, terrible. Not terrible, it could be worse, you know. Alright, man, so Bunny's eyes after finishing eyes. You want Ratman's special red buttons or black buttons? Red buttons. It'd be adorable. One, two. Alright, we extend. We extend the foundations. I'm so gonna run out of iron plates, but that's fine. By a landslide. Holy shit. Yeah, let's go. Looks like the tube slides you find in water parks. Yeah. They're a little crazy. And we need more iron plates. Foomp. So much work. I labeled this aluminum nightmare. And I shouldn't have. This is fuel nightmare. The power of tens. I wonder if I can rename it and then use the aluminum nightmare for next stream. 2.5 hours of fluid dynamics. And it's probably way less complicated than we think. Oh, there's our one train going. That one thing will have fluid here in a second. Oh, which you can probably figure out right here. And you can at least change it while you were streaming. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. So let's make sure we'll have enough for all of this. We should. The only one we'll need more of is rubber, and rubber's over there. What about... Okay, we're totally good on pipes. Foomp. Yeah. The vibes of the major places are enormously different. Like, the factory, Little Raoli headquarters, is the cube. And it is even, it is spaced, it is ugly, it is a box, it is orange, it is all that. The foundry is completely open and a mess. But not as near Oily Town City. Oily Town City is ridiculously packed in layers over top of each other. There's a lot of smoke, all these generators, all these tubes. Oily Town City is hyper industrial. While Bamboolium Streams is pretty. You know, it's got all the roads, it's constructed well, it's in this pink bamboo forest. And it's so funny knowing that Oily Town City existed. And it's direct opposite. Look at that ugly platform. Now I could keep a lot of this open. No, I won't. I'll figure out a way later to use that other industrial buffer, that other huge thing. Power. Alright. 3, 4, 5. Need rubber. Oh no, where am I going to get the rubber? Whatever will I do? Put this as far back as we can. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, I'm missing one. I do not want to go all the way back just for a little Caterium. I know I have a Caterium mine somewhere over here. Uh-oh. 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 Ah! Oh, here's a line of wire. And there's spiders. I fought one of those green, evil, radioactive spiders while I was building Bamboolium Streams. It was awful. Hated it the entire time. Just now that I was talking about, I feel a little tickle on my knee just now, thinking it was a spider. Ugh. I have to craft it myself. What is this garbage? I'm bitter. How much do I even need? Oh, hey, that's it. There we go. I mean, I can go ahead and put back. Whatever I took. There we go. Spooters, ugh. Burn it down. If you like spiders, I'm sorry. But not really. This is a pure one. And pure. But those jumped insanely high in line. Yeah, they were terrifying. Those things chased me to the ends of the earth. All the way back to Little Raoli headquarters. Sorry for my sheer amount of burps this stream. I'm just, you know, the pinnacle of coolness, aren't I? Alright. How pretty do I want to make this? I don't really care for the prettiness right now. Or do I? Is it in my nature to want to make it pretty? I think it is. I think I'm too weak-willed to make it ugly. Who's trying to burp count? Yeah, that's up to you, Chief. And then over here. And then here. I wanna be your spider. No perf count. No! That's what the people want. Right, people? Haley, it's been a while since I've tested the People's Champion. I think this is pretty cool, the way that everything's like falling out into pieces. And less cool from this angle, but you know, it's fine. Straight. Oh, that's not it. No, letter B, she's got a week of leftover horrors, that's true. My brain is spent from college. Don't do that to her. I won't. I won't. Slowly, all of this will fill. And this will probably drain quite a bit. But we'll let it rest. Spare me this one time. Next Thursday, you can quiz me. I'll remember that. We don't hate you, Ash, but you get the same conditions as Blue get. No special treatment. That's right. Look at that. That's kind of cool looking. The sheer amount of pipes from that. You guys are working, right? What's going on here? Huh? Aren't you working? Did you get paused for a second? No. What happened here? Oh, this got full and stopped producing. Huh? Wait, what? I'm not sure. 6'2" is tall enough for the rat fern. He talking like he tall? What's going on here? I gotta scroll back. I'm so confused. I think I missed something. Okay, all these are filled up, I presume. Huh? 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 Are you not connected? Why is it, what? What's going on here? Do I need to activate a pump? Is the bottom one working? Yeah. Huh. You guys getting fuel now? What's going on here? Does everything need to fill up down here first? Before it goes to the top? so confused. That won't happen. I'll stop adding the Satisfactory table before then. I keep adding counts. The counts for this game. Let's see the amount that I have to schedule one. What's going on here? All the bottom ones are completely full. But the top ones aren't. Why is that? Is that too much of lift? But like that's... You're not pumping anything. You're going through. I'm so confused. I don't understand what is happening. Why is it here but not here? Huh? It's not wanting to connect. Huh? And now is this like too high up? Man. I think I have to do something stupid here. Okay. So turn this to the side. And then have the pipe go this way. And then I can put you right here. And then have you wrap around this way. And then put you right here. And connect you together. Do you work now? For some reason, now it works. It just really had to have a different connection point up here. They're all undulating now. A very solid flow rate of 59. Are y'all like filling this up? Yes, you are. Great. So now we sit and twiddle our thumbs for a moment. Wait for our pipes to fill. And then we can turn all these on. So let's go ahead and place our points. There we go. Make a nice little circuit. How's your day, rat? That was good. You know? Busy. That's fine. Oh, okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere with everything. Okay, let's start using this fuel. Start hooking them up. Oh, the lawnmowers. Look at our power skyrocket. Very good. So we are now clear of our max cons by about 1,000 megawatts. And we're clear of our consumption rate by about 5,000. And our batteries are fully charged, giving us a good old rate of extra 2,400 if we need it. I could expand the electrical grid, because I made the electrical grid back when we had coal. So maybe I'll put some more batteries right here, because, you know, might as well. I've got that. Ew, you're spilling. No, you're not getting full either. You're just taking a while. Huh. Add some nice power storage right here, shall we? It wouldn't be a good power plant if there wasn't some power storage. That good sounded questionable. Just neutral day. Yeah. You know, the day I got to live, so I'll take that. Now these will charge up a little bit more, give us a couple more megawatts. My mind has never been blank in my life. Nice. Alrighty. And with that, we've now used one oil deposit that is cranked up to the max. Look at that. What a beast. Ah! Can I stand on one of these? Honestly, it's probably a better view from the station. You're longer than I remember. Look at that. Look at all that we did today. All of that beats that. And now here's the funny part. We have to double it. Now we do get 200 package fuel per minute, which is nice. I don't think I anywhere need that amount. So let's head back. The real soap opera. Thanks. We're about to end here. Oh, I'm not. We're almost there. I'm gonna get this fuel transferred to where it should be, and then we'll probably end it. Foomp. Edge 0. Foomp count 5. That was Foomp number 5. Mamba number 5. My baby don't mess around. No, that's not it. No, that is it! Hey, ya! Mamba number 5? Mamba number 5. Hey? No, I think I'm just crazy. It was here? That's not Mamba number 5. My only memory that like really sticks out of Hey Ya by Outcast was I went to a baseball stadium and as like we were leaving or whatever, it just started playing Hey Ya, and it resounded through everywhere, through the entire city as I was leaving. And it forever stuck with, you know, that's about it. There's not that much interesting to the story. You know? Yeah. I ended there. Anyway. What am I doing? I only need one fueled here, so let me do something funky, I guess. We'll take this top one, bring it all the way up here. This bottom one is fine. I can just... Hey, Daisy! I'll put a hole right here. Oh, and then we need it. Hey! And I could just do this. I'll put a wall hole right here. And I'll connect the two. Now go out here. What? Oh, it's even further down? Damn it. Wherever that elevator is, are you up there? I've just been yapping about math. It's been a lot of math. But to be fair, it was just the greatest common denominator. Thinking about it. These don't matter anymore. You don't matter. You don't need to deliver coal anymore. You just deliver that way. I take the coal out of you, and you get delivered fuel. Now, I will have to replace the truck with fuel once it gets here. That starts yapping and the brain logs out. I was listening, then my brain checked out. It was interesting. Nice. Took it up 2 floors. Ah! There we go. Now, does it consume? Now, does my jetpack use biofuel only? This might be a mistake that I'm making. No, it can use package fuel too. Nice. Okay, so that will carry it over here. And now let's carry you over here. Don't know why it's wanting to angle like that. Just run the entire line this way. Why are you positioned like that? Don't know why it keeps like getting like slightly off. And then it's only going to be the first one. And then down here. Alright. So this is set to load. It's going to start getting filled up with packaged fuel. The train is starting to come around this way. There it is. We'll ride on the train this time. Take my delivery. My DiGiorno. Uh-huh. And we'll get to see the scenic route now. Not really scenic route, but the cooler way of traversing. I'll have to take a picture of the Oily Town City renovation for the next stream. I'm surprised that the train is able to go such a steep hill upwards. Choo choo. Nice. Here we are. And now it's not going to unload or anything, obviously. Because I don't have a freaking track here. So we'll put one here. Freight platform. That needs to be a different size. There we go. Set this to unload. Now I want a hole. I think this is the... Yeah, okay, yeah. A hole here. So that way we can take this. Damn it. I wish there was a way we could just change the trajectory of this. But we can't. Go into the basement. You go this way. Connect right there. Thieves are getting strong. We're almost done. I promise. Here. And we put a little splitter right there. Eve is getting strong for me too. Put it right here. We'll split this one. It's just so slightly off. Right, this is where the fuel was gonna go. I got too lost in the sauce of fluid pipes. Me too, man. Oh my gosh, I have enough iron rods. Okay, well you get the gist, right? This is going to enter into the feed here. Fuel up. Actually. Feel this. And then there. And then it'll go into each one of these three, and so we'll have our trucks. They'll drop off whatever they're carrying. We'll program them to come here and get fueled up and then leave. Now, I guess I could technically... Oh, gosh, fucking damn it. I could technically... split the line into 5s. Because I have 10 truck stations. But I don't think I will. I think I'll have my refueling stations. Just because I want to. And there it is, everybody. I'll actually take a picture of the back rooms looking truck station. P, and then T, and blink. And there it is. Thanks for coming, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was, you know, boring enough to make you sleep or get eepy or whatever. Thanks for coming around. Hopefully we'll do some aluminum next time. Please no more math. Math is good. There's gonna be so much math with alumina solution. It's gonna be awful. Goodbye, everybody. I had fun. I'll see you for Avatar. Goodbye! Goodbye! Avatar is exclusively on Ash's channel, by the way. Goodbye! It's on Saturday, 10:30 EST. Goodbye!